Yo, what's up guys? Coach Joe here, just making a video for the Daily Grind. If you haven't checked out the Daily Grind, it is www.zatstrength.com. Check it out. All sorts of good content on there. Give me feedback, please. Message me, text me, or email me any of your thoughts or questions. Please continue to ask questions so I can continue to answer them through video, blogging, or putting them on the Daily Grind for you guys. So the question I'm going to go over right now is going to be a couple parts. I'm going to make different segments for each one. Just quick facts on putting on healthy weight. Okay, so healthy weight, not crappy weight. So we're talking lean and mean. All right, not dirty bulking. All right, so we're looking for a clean bulk versus a dirty bulk. All right, so the first video I'm going to make is on clean bulking and dirty bulking. All right, so there's clean bulking and dirty bulking. Dirty bulking is when you're just consuming large amounts of calories. You don't really care what you're eating. Mostly it's high protein, high fat, high carbs. It's everything. You're just consuming. You're consuming large quantities of food. So quick story is I did that when I was a junior in high school. I wanted to get big and I wanted to get strong, and I was playing football. So I was downing chocolate milk, peanut butter sandwiches. I would eat all the time, every hour, doing peanut butter before I even went to bed, protein shakes, all the time. Shout out to Coach Holman if you're watching this, because he's the one who led me onto this and it absolutely worked. I got big and I got stronger. The only thing about that is I think I ate so much that I ended up getting up to about 230 pounds my junior year of high school. So I was a big kid. I was very powerful and I was very strong, but I wasn't as fast as I was my senior year. Okay, so senior year I took a different approach. I wrote down what worked for me. Okay, then I made the adjustments, did a clean bulk. All right, so the clean bulk got me from 230 down to about 215. Now I was the fastest I've ever been, and I was still explosive and powerful, but I didn't weigh as much, so I had less baggage. All right, so that's the difference between a clean and a dirty bulk. And Justin, what you're looking for, my man, is a clean bulk. You want to put on clean and healthy weight. And you want to know how to do that through dieting. So I'm just going to go through a couple examples and tips that can help you put you in the right direction. All right, so we're friends. I know you personally. So the more questions you have about it, you can message me. But I'm just going to go over basic principles that you can, if you have a notebook, you can write them down. I invite you to, and let me know what you think. All right, so in terms of diet, okay, you want to make sure that you're having vegetables with every single meal. The vegetables that I'm talking about are asparagus. All right, you want to do some broccoli. You want to do kale, and you want to do spinach, and you can even throw in romaine lettuce. Okay, those are going to be the most valuable nutrients to you, and you want to have one of those. Try to do every single meal, and if not, every other meal. But you want to have at least a nice portion of vegetables, green vegetables, and they're great calories. All right, so you can eat as many of them as you want. You don't have to worry about your limit on your vegetables. All right, so that's my first big tip is eat your greens, all right? Some people tell you and doctors tell you to eat your vegetables. It's true. I tell kids all the time as a joke when they're like, dude, how did he get so strong? I'm like, I ate my vegetables, all right? So that's what I'm telling you. That's your first thing. All right, so the next part of lean and clean or lean and mean bulking is making sure that you're eating lean meats. All right, so lean meats are going to be your chicken breast, your turkey breast, fish, whatever kind of fish you want. It can be tuna, it can be tilapia, salmon. Salmon's great. I don't know what kind of budget you're on, but those are just the three that I love to stick to, unless I really want to spoil myself. What do I say? Turkey breast, chicken breast, fish, and eggs. Yes, definitely. We got to get yolked. All right, so that's the whole point of this. We got to get yolked. We got to get lean and mean. So eggs. I eat about 6 eggs every morning. All right, and I love to rotate chicken sausages. I'll do, chicken breasts, anything chicken. Chicken's amazing. Works for me really well. And I'll do fish when I can. I do a lot of salmon, and that really works for me as well. Okay, so you want to make sure that you stick to those lean meats in all your meals. All right. The other thing is, if you're going to talk about red meat, I didn't bring up red meat or ground meat or anything like that. That's because for me, it kind of messes up my colon, and I feel really backed up after I have red meat. So I like to limit my red meat to maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that, or I'm at a family party, or or if I try to get grass-fed hamburgers or grass-fed beef somewhere, I'll do that. But I try to stay away from it, as much as I can. It's tempting because I absolutely love it, but it messes me up, and I don't feel like I get the best results from it. But if it works for you, absolutely take it. Take as much of it as you can. It's got good amounts of creatine in it, and it's going to help you get strong and powerful. Okay, so red meat, I leave it up to people. It's all about how it affects you and your digestive system. All right, so that was all the meat talk. The next big talk is going to be your carbohydrates. Me personally, the only carbohydrates that I really consume are oats, sweet potatoes, and I'll do bananas or some fruit or berries or something like that. So as for your carbohydrates, I do a nice big breakfast in the morning with my eggs, and I'll do my oats. All right, so just eggs and oats, and if I can, I'll throw vegetables in with that. If not, it's fine. An easy way is just to throw vegetables in with your eggs. All right, and then I have my next serving of carbs right before I work out. That's going to be the most carbs that I consume today. I just started doing that through a buddy, Nico. Shout out to you for hooking me up with that. It really gives me a great workout. So you want to take your second amount of carbs, the most, before you work out, and then take your carbs right after you work out, okay? Because your body's starving and it needs some fuel, so you got to throw those carbs right back in. And I'll normally do that via a protein shake, with my protein powder, or I can do a banana, or I'll do something right after just to get the carbs back into my system, some quick-acting carbohydrates, and feeling good and let those muscles start recovering. You kind of want to stay away from lots of bread. All right, bread acts differently for everybody. It's a big thing, especially right now. People are saying don't eat bread, gluten is the enemy and all that kind of stuff. But it all depends on how it works for you. A lot of people have been eating bread their whole life and they feel great and it works great for them. So, do what works for you. Some people drink beers after they work out and they still look and perform phenomenally. So I can't really tell you what exactly to do. It just depends on your body. I try to limit my bread intake as much as possible. Sometimes, I'm in a pinch and I need to make, a whole wheat sandwich, and I do it. I feel fine. I just kind of do it just because I'm trying to lose a lot of weight in my midsection, and I know bread can put mass on in my belly, so I'm not trying to do that. But if it works for you, then that's fine. You keep eating bread. Trying to stuff your face with tons of white bread. If you can, go the healthiest route with your bread. So that's the big wrap up with the carbs. I'm going to say for you is figure out what works for you. Sweet potatoes are great. You can do bananas or fruit. I only eat fruit though, like I said, after I train or in the morning. Okay, you don't want to be eating it for snacks. Right, that's just going to turn to store fat and calories. So you don't want that either. So figure out what works for you. As for the carbohydrates, now I'm going to go to the next one with the fats. All right, so fats. You kind of want to stick with your nuts and oils. That's what I love doing for snacks. I'll do almonds, and or I'll put olive oil on top of the meals that I'm making, which grants me the extra fats that I need. Okay. The big tip here that I'm going to tell you is for your meals. Okay, you do not want to mix your fats and your carbs. Okay, so you don't want to have a meal that consists of my chicken, then I have whatever vegetable I want, and say I have carbs, I don't want to have fats with that, okay, because they interact and they kind of cancel out each other. So if you're going to have a meal, pick what you want. If you're going to have carbs, okay, then you have no fats with that meal. If you're going to do a meal with fats, there's no carbs. So that's the other concept that I want you to grasp is just don't let your carbs and your fats mix, okay? But those are the only really things I use for fats. Is I'll use peanut butter or I'll use almonds and olive oil when I can. You get natural fats, through meats that you eat or through other things. So that's that for the fats. One of the biggest tips that I'm going to give you right now is that if it's in your pantry, it's in your house, it's around you, you're going to eat it. I don't care how strict or how tough you are. If there's chocolate around you all day, there's going to be a huge chance that you're going to take that chocolate and you're going to shove it in your face and you're going to enjoy it, all right? So the biggest concept that I'm telling you right now is if it's around you, you're going to eat it. So the first thing that I like to do to tell people is just clear all that crap out of your house or anything that's going to be something that's going to push you away from your goals, okay? So if you have a thing with sugar, get everything with sugar away from you. Get it out of you, okay? Because that's going to hold you back, all right? And it could be anything, it could be something with carbs. It could be, whatever you chow down on, your guilty pleasure, just get it out, all right? Because if it's around you, you're definitely going to eat it. With that being said, though, I follow an 80-20 principle, okay? So 80% of the time or 80% of the meals, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the strict thing. All right, now if you know me, I'm a big believer in work hard, play hard. So if you're dieting hard and you are training hard, all right, you calculate how many meals you're eating a week. All right, so 80% of that are your good meals. 20% can be your cheat meals. All right, so do the math, figure out how many meals. If you're eating 4 meals a day, whatever, find the percent of whatever 80 is. And that's how many good meals you have to have. And then you can supplement with your cheat meals, which is where you can have your guilty pleasure. Because if you withhold that, all right, that's going to start hurting your brain. All right, so you got to have those days where you're going to have cheat meals. Trust me, everybody cheats. It's going to happen. It's good for you. You need to have cheat meals. All right, but 80% of the time, we have to stay on top of this. All right, so that's one of the biggest points I always tell people. If it's near you, around you, and you know it's your guilty pleasure, get rid of it. But once you've put in your 80% of work, you worked hard, play hard. 20%, have a couple beers, have a chocolate bar, whatever you want. The other thing is, if you want to get real lean, okay, quick, is make sure you're training hard. So make sure you have a good training regimen. I don't know if that's another issue you want to talk about with me. You can message me about that training-wise. But if you're training really hard and you're eating properly, okay, another way to maintain a really low percent of body fat, clear your head, and you know, just keep consistently burn calories. I made a video about this before, is go for a walk. Okay, go for a 40-minute walk, 45-minute walk, preferably in the morning on an empty stomach. What that does is it restarts your engine. All right, so you fell asleep, you woke up, make sure you get some water in you, then just go for a walk. Okay, and then you're already burning negative calories. You're warming up the engine for the day. Okay, so then when you have that breakfast is going to, you know, dissolve so much faster because your metabolism is up. All right, so you just started your metabolism, you're burning calories all day. It's awesome for your head. I use my 40-minute walks just to inform myself with new information. I watch videos on YouTube, okay? I look up things on the internet while I'm walking and just listen to audiobooks, you know, soothing music to just clear my head. And I can't tell you how beneficial it is, but I just guarantee you're going to find something out of walking for 45 minutes a day. And you don't have to do that every day. You can do that 3 or 4 times a week. But if you're serious about this and you want to add on good weight by doing the following methods that I told you, you know, with the diet, on top of training properly and walking, dude, you're going to be solid. You're going to be super solid. You're going to look great and you're going to feel phenomenal. All right? So definitely go for those walks. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I can say for the clean bulk. You can look up, you know, just Google clean diets, clean eating, look up paleo diet. That's a huge thing right now. I've done paleo. I like it. I don't like it. You know, there's mixed feelings with it. But I think for you, paleo would probably work. If you have any questions on paleo, let me know. It's just Google P-A-L-E-O. Yeah, P-A-L-E-O, paleo. Boom, nailed it. Spelling bee, spectacular. All right, so just check that out. See what kind of things they offer. They'll even give you sample grocery lists. You can go out and buy whatever, you know, groceries you need. And the other thing too is I'm no registered dietitian. You know, I'm just talking to you merely from experience. So if it doesn't work for you, then, you know, I'm sorry, but this is all part of the journey. So you have to write down what works for you, what doesn't work for you, how you felt on this and how you didn't feel on that. And it's going to take time. You know, like I said, it's a journey. I've been doing this, you know, for 10 years, learning how to eat right that works for my body. All right, we're learning when things don't work, learning when things do work. So, you know, it's definitely a journey that it's exciting, it's rewarding. You know, you're going to work hard and you're going to feel great. So I'm excited for you. It's an awesome question. So anybody who's watching this, I just threw out basic principles on, you know, getting lean and mean. But yeah, stay intense. Definitely train aggressive and go after it. If you have any questions, let me know, dude. So I'll throw this video up. It's a little bit lengthy, but hopefully you like it. Take notes and then message me with all your questions and I'll make sure to answer them right away. All right, have a good day. Later, guys.